Brickus' stuff was amazing. I mean, to go to the foul line and make those three, and make, I don't think it touched the rim, any one of the three of them. And he took his time. And the other shot, everybody was yelling at him for that too. And not yelling at him, cheering him on for that. But that's nothing like making 3 foul shots at the end of the game to tie it, go to overtime. Amazing shot. And Brandon made some really good plays too. I thought that even the one defensive play that he tried to make, he got called for a foul. I didn't think it was that. I think it was a foul. So. But we're grateful for the win. Happy to get it. And, happy for the guys.
Something that Brickus and Phil mentioned when they were in here is about the 4-guard, 1-forward combo and that one rotation when you decided, to make that switch. What kind of went into that decision process and how did you feel it played out?
We have pretty good overall size. Like Shepard's got really pretty good size. He's a hellacious athlete, as you saw a couple of great plays that he made as well. We just gave him a chance, and he rewarded his teammates with great play. So that gave us feeling that he can come in and get a rebound, and we wouldn't be hurt by playing 4 guards. And Anwar's a pretty strong kid too. He can play some power forward for us, even though he's no more than 6'4" and a half tops. So it's just and they're not huge. Rhode Island's not huge, so that gave us a chance to at least get some rebounds. I don't know what they did offensive rebounding wise. Looks like they got 18. 19 is it?
It says 18, 19.
And we got 20, which is it's not normally what we do. So, but it just sometimes becomes a guards game, and today was one of those.
You guys only had 7 turnovers today, and you guys are in here saying that was a point of emphasis in practice. And at halftime, you go over it. I mean, you got to be pleased with what you saw out there.
Yeah, there's an extra 25 minutes in the game, and even then we only turned it 5 times in that second half. To turn it 2 in the first half, I think is what the number was.
Mm-hmm.
We've had games where we turned it 25 times against Cincinnati, and they're not a pressing team. So, and then we turned it a lot against VCU, and they are a good pressing team. So that almost is more palatable than turning it as 25 times that we did against Cincinnati. But we got to take care of the ball. We don't have a lot of margin for taking care of the ball is one thing, and playing better defensively is another.
You've had career high for Khalil, 29, 9 of 10 from the line. I mean, what did you see out there from him?
Well, he drives you crazy sometimes because he tries always to make things happen. There's a point in your game that you got to try to let the game come to you a little bit, and read and react. But he's so all out, hell bent on getting to the rim and making great plays that you got to live with some of that. We'll have a nice discussion over the next couple of days and watch the film and say, now this is a great play. You took it all the way to the rim, you finished, and there's some other plays that, come on man, what are you doing? You got to let the game go. But he's still young, and you'd rather have that than have a guy that you got to turn his engine up all the time. That engine is revved 24/7. But he's a good kid, a good player. We'll live with some of the mistakes he made.
He went down there late in that second half. It looked like he was in a lot of pain. Came back in. I think guy on Rhode Island said, "Oh, they need a sub." He was like, "What sub?" I'm going right back in. I mean, shows what kind of determination.
Yeah, I mean, he's a pretty tough kid, and he wanted to be in the game. He doesn't want anybody else deciding our fate. He wants to have a hand in it. So again, you have to admire that, but we're hoping to just slow him down just a tick.
Do we expect to see him and Jig play together more often going forward?
Well, they've played a lot. Jig, they're a pretty good combination. And Jig's just the opposite of Khalil. He's watching and reading and then reacting to what the defense will give him. Just the fact that he got the 3-point foul call was impressive.
And then lastly, Deshaun, I mean, he only had 6 points, but he definitely brought a certain spark off the bench.
I would agree with you. We talked to the team afterwards and said that Shep had a terrific game and proud of him. Because it's not easy doing what he's done so far, to not play so much. And then he's thrown into the mix right away today. And we need him to do the things he did today. No turnovers, in the right spot, no defensive lapses. But his athleticism was absolutely stuff of legends. He's a hellacious dunker. We just need to get him more dunks. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Fran.
I feel like we all stepped up and we did, and we played our roles. And down the stretch, we had some great defensive stops. So I feel like the defensive side helped us a lot tonight.
I feel like we got big contributions from Deshaun Shepard. He came off the bench with a big energy spark. Like, he was blocking shots, dunking the basketball. And then the Twins, they was rebounding, got some real big rebounds at the end. And, this guy right here, the 3 free throws to seal the game, and then, the 3 to put us up in overtime. That's big time because I kind of went down during the game with cramps and stuff. So for him to step up like that shows a lot of maturity, and, he loves this game.
Jhamir, what was kind of going through your head during that, but like the crowd screaming time, and at the three, when you're about to make the 3, what was kind of going through your head just during that? You were going to take the shot looking for someone else that was open. What was your thoughts?
At first, I had threw it out, and then he threw it back to me. And then after that, it was just get a bucket. And then I took what the defense gave me.
Jake, were you nervous at all during those free throws?
Nah, I was going for that. We're ready. It's all about practice. All the practice you put in, and then the moments like this just come easy.
I mean, Khalil had career high 29. He also had 8 rebounds. For a guy his size, no offense. Getting 8 rebounds is pretty impressive. I mean, what does that speak to his kind of what he brings to the table?
That all that says is dog. Now he brings it night in, night out, and then he works on his game before practice, after practice. So, like I said, when you put in the work like that, everything else just comes easy.
It seems like you two kind of play different styles of point guard. You're more the energizer bunny type. You're more the all right. Let's slow it down. Let's see what we got here. But it kind of worked together today. You guys played a lot together, more so than you had earlier in the season. I mean, how do you guys like playing with each other?
Love playing with Jay. Our chemistry is like, you feel me? Because like me and Jay, we kind of grew up together playing against each other growing up in AAU and stuff like that. So, and Jay was one of the first people I called to see like how was the move to LaSalle. So I feel like our chemistry is really good. It's like maybe I might be going off a couple possessions, and like y'all seen, he might come and take over. Like that last possession, like to answer your question, the way I seen it, we ran the play, came off, he passed me the ball. Then automatically he was like, KB, I got it, give it back to me. So I was like, all right, bet. We've been in this position before. So I kind of knew that it was going in. I was already running back, but like I said, those are big time plays and big time shots by a big time player. So, I feel like our team, even though you feel me, I scored and stuff like that, I feel like our team morale, like defensively, rebounding, like everybody, our common goal was to win. And I feel like no matter what nobody did, like everybody mindset was to win the game.
And your legs fine, I assume.
Yeah.
Went back in the game.
Right. It's just a little cramps. You gotta drink a little bit more fluid, but other than that, I'll be alright.
And to talk about like what you were mentioning about you guys playing together, it was kind of like a 4 guard and then 1 forward, and that during that rotation when Dunphy came in and made that switch, what did you kind of feel was going right? I think you guys kind of got off to a rocky start, but then came back and were able to take over the lead by the end of the half. So what was going right, do you think, at that point?
Right then and there, it was just really our defense and our speed at that point when we did 4 guards and 1 big, just like trying to beat them up the court and then being able to guard and then head home. So I feel like we did a great job with that.
I'm the same way with him. I feel like defensive rebounding, like once we started limiting them to 1 shot, I feel like, that helped us a lot because we was able to get out of transition, get easy buckets, and then having 4 guards on the court, everybody could go. So it's me, Jhamir, Josh, and then Anwar Gill. So, Anwar gets to the basket, Josh can create his own shot for him, and then, Jay more of a pace guy that's going to bully you and get a bucket, and if we need to speed something up, then that's when I come into play. And I feel like that 4 guard lineup, like between us 4, we got a lot of chemistry too. So it's a lot easier. We don't care if one person may go crazy or somebody else may have a game. It's just whoever's on that day. And I don't feel like there's no hatred on our team.
You guys only had 7 turnovers, right? Is that sort of a point of emphasis?
Yeah, we've been speaking on turnovers a lot. Like that's what coach emphasizes a lot. Most of the time at halftime, too, we're coming by turnovers. There's no way we're gonna win with these many turnovers. So like in practice and stuff, we just been like working on it and making sure like we're not taking care of making sure we're taking care of the ball. So like yeah, it's been a big emphasis in the locker room.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.